I've titled this planetarium soundtrack Inside a Glass Sphere. It's a musical representation of the holographic principle. There is reason to believe that our three-dimensional universe is nothing more than a projection. That you, me, every twist of energy, every molecule that ever existed, the very story of our universe is woven on a tapestry as flat as any medieval manuscript. Black holes should not exist. To remain consistent with the laws of physics, the material falling into a black hole cannot just disappear from our universe. But this is apparently what happens. Is there a way to reconcile this paradox? It has been suggested that all the information needed to describe the interior of a black hole is encoded on its two-dimensional event horizon. The event horizon acts almost as an incredibly efficient film for storing data, finite but unbounded, a holographic medium encoding everything, all the contents of the black hole, in bits no larger than a Planck area. The chilling implication is, if a holographic reality is possible in there, then a similar reality is possible out here. And what you perceive as depth, as solid reality, could just be an astronomically complex projection, a hologram generated from some unimaginable cosmic screen at the edge of infinity. If all this is possible, how can we hope to prove that all we see and all we seem are nothing more than projections? Projections on the wall of Plato's cave.